How you doing? It's me, Zach. How you doing? I'm so happy to be here talk about this. All right, so we're gonna discuss my thread. I talked about this lady, and I don't want. I just why you put her name on the title because I don't want no attraction. This is want to explain. Okay, so back in the first time, okay, I met her in person. I saw her on the Vibe show, which is Phil Scott's channel. Later on became the African Diaspora channel. And I back in like almost 10 years ago, I thought this white lady was a good woman. First, I heard about her because I went on a trip to Selma, Alabama, 10 years ago. This was organized by this Latina woman who's Venezuelan, where Mariah Carey's grandfather's from, her dad's side, okay, and this dark skinned sister from here. They're both friends, and they what happened was they hired me in 2004 to be a poll monitor. And when I say poll monitor, I'm not talking about strip club, I'm talking about a voting poll monitor. Because during voting season, there was a lot of discrimination, a lot of violation at the voting poll. So we was like a couple feet away from the voting poll, and anybody have an issue with the voting centers, we report them, we snitch on them to Austin, right? So I did that. It was fun. Actually, it was a fun job. I like doing that. So that was good. Then later on that year, they wanted they actually want to go to Selma. So I didn't have the money to go to Selma, so they raised money for those who did not want Beyonce's them church. I mean, their members talking about Saint what's it called, St. John Methodist Church, Midtown, not too far from St. Joseph Hospital. A couple of members went. Actually, a lot of their members went to the trip. So we went to Selma, Alabama, for the march. The anniversary of Selma. When Martin King marched there. Back in 1990, back in 1965. So it was the 50th anniversary. Of course, this year's the 60th anniversary. I wish I went. So so one of the ladies, though the dark skinned sister that was there, was saying that she disagreed with Cherie Doris, the white lady, for out there. For and I said, wait a minute, I disagree with that because anyone advocate for the African community, I'm for. I don't care what race they are. Because I see a lot of people African community are advocating. Okay, I mean honest with let's be real. A lot of people in our neighborhoods out in the third ward did not go. I mean, there were people who politically active. I'm talking about the one everyday person. I mean, even still, especially thugs and hood riggers, okay? All right? That the law try to use a stereotype to go target, right? Okay. So they not out there, screaming Black Lives Matter. Actually, back in 2016, a thug brother told me, said this, I'm a cuss. He said, fuck Black Lives Matter. I'm not lying. Third ward, a couple, two thugs, camel skin brother, my complexion, dark one, told my dark skin one told me, but Black Lives Matter back in 2016 in the CUNY. I kid you not, okay? And they got records, okay? They fit the stereotype, all right? So that's why I like, well, it's white lady out there doing it. I mean, you shouldn't have no problem. Like, I got tired of her separatist ideology. One thing that I also got tired of too was while we're talking about police brutality, and it's always a black and white situation. African people, many of us are multiracial, but I mean the black binary, black and white. We also got Latinos who are mixed Hispanic and black, okay, Mexicans and non-Mexicans, okay, who in uniform being anti-black, okay. And George Zimmer's was not a cop, but that narrative goes in the police department as well. So that was not being addressed. One thing I had an issue with that sister not talking about that. Okay, you have a Latina woman involved in your movement, but you're not addressing that. Okay, so on my podcast I talk about this, but I read and try to remember everything that I said. So I did the first time I met Cherie Dorr, okay, was in 2017. I we went to go protest against, and that's why I'm not happy that someone get abused, but I'm glad that this got noticed. 2017, a Latino man named John Hernandez was choked by a white Karen woman's husband. Now, the white Karen woman, Shauna Thompson, her husband, Terry Thompson, choked her. Now, Shauna worked for the sheriff department. And I went out there and protest for John Hernandez. I showed did. Um, and I met Sharita. And I talked to her on Facebook, and she told me to be careful going on Baker Street where the jail's at because they're gonna arrest anybody who's protesting this. So I didn't want to go, but we went on, downtown to go protest for John Hernandez. Okay, so that being said, John Hernandez, it was in Denny's in Crossford, Texas. Charlotte Thompson, well, of course, John had not been urinating, but he was intoxicated, and his wife, I think they was not mistakenly, they had an issue outside. So the white police officer husband, who's not a police officer, took it upon himself to choke John Hernandez. And it was on film. And him and his white family was choking this Latino man. Okay. And this is why I'm glad this got noticed, because in Facebook I saw when we had not George Floyd, it was Mike Brown, and a couple other people, racist Latinos who forgot about Matanza and gasoline bags. Judge Gonzalez. Okay, and Carmen Torres and Operation WICK, well, President Eisenhower, who did have African heritage. A lot of folks not know Eisenhower was not a pure white man. Okay, this before Barack Obama. He initiated this thing called Operation, excuse me, formulation Operation Wetback. Okay, back in 1954, and it targeted Latinos. And there was a lot of, police brutality, just like Matanza, a lot of, things. People don't know their history. So, and I get mad when I was growing up, they didn't teach this in school. You got to go to a college or go to a library. They mostly focus on Black victimhood. And I hate that during Black History Month. That's all they focus. And it's like, can we talk about those who fought the victimhood, who beat the victim? You know what I'm saying? Let's stop talking about them, because it's like a social engineering to make us victims and saying open. And we shouldn't, and I'm not with it. When you go to something, you gotta have a victim mentality. You can't have victim mentality, right? So I'll tell you like it is. A person who identifies multiracial since I was 13 years old. I don't go by the one drop rule. When I was a teenager, before I knew I had Spanish, Creole roots, and Irish and Scottish, okay, and knew about my big mama's Cherokee ancestor. I know she had Cherokee ancestor, my great grandmother. Okay, I know her husband had Choctaw, and he was mixed with Black Choctaw English, but I was identified mostly Black, French, Creole, English, and American. That's all I think that when I was a teenager. Now, as I started doing more digging, 2016, y'all already know, I found I had Spanish Creole roots from Louisiana. My fourth grandfather born in Texas, Spanish from Louisiana, like Real, okay, with Black Spanish Creole. Found I had English and Irish on my mama's side. That I know she had English and Irish in her as well as her Spanish Creole. And then I found out later on in 2023, before I got evicted again, that my dad's side of the family tree, his grandmother, a Big Mama, God rest her soul. I got along with Big Mama and get along with her daughter, my grandmother. Okay, tracing her lineage, she has Cherokee. Did I know I had a fifth grandfather died Trail Tears? Did I know that I had a master ancestor, the other fifth grandfather who violated my fifth grandmother, Louisa Boudreaux, who was a colonized Creole, fully African, was owned by a French family in New Orleans, and my fifth grandfather, who's white, John Corns, who's a Yankee, not Southern. He was Yankee. There's one thing that my family tree breaks the history. They were told in school. I all talk about the white Southerners being slave owners, but you ain't talking about the Northern ones, okay? They came down south and violated my fifth grandmother, and that's when they had a mulatto child named Phyllis Corns. and she married a Cherokee man, John Wolf Jackson. So I did not know all this. Okay, so you see how you know about your roots start to add the boxes of the family tree. So yeah, so and I traced his lineage too from all the way to Scotland. When I was at at a grocery store upstairs. Um, 2 years ago, when when I lost my apartment again due to Stalker's birthday. Okay, that's connected with R. Kelly and Chris Stokes, and okay, Diddy. Okay, all right, I know why that it happened. Okay, Justin Garcia with his corrupt behind too was involved. So that being said, then I start to know more about me. Did I not know before? But at the time, I've identified as multiracial. I was 13 years old. Okay, um, and I'm not gonna reject that. I'm against the one drop rule. So during Black History Month, I was always annoyed that at school they always talked about the victimization, and you had folks laughing, some sympathize, and then they ignored that we were mixed. That too, they ignored that in school. Then they also ignore like the Latino history. They're not talking about Matanza. They're not talking about gassing valves. They're not talking about Operation Wildfire. They're not talking about none of this stuff. All they talk about was like Single Mayo, just stuff, and they tell Latinos that Latinos who were Latin Americans in particular, Mexicans, that were abused, mistreated too. They were lynched. They didn't talk about that until I went to Job Corps. And when I went to Job Corps 2004, 5, and 6, I visited UTEP, which is University of Texas, in El Paso. And during Black History, we talk about Afro Mexicans. You already know I'm educated about Afro Mexicans. I let Mexicans know, especially when it's racist, you have some African blood too. You're not no full blown, just Spain indigenous. You're also African too. And when I went there during Black History Month, it was a light skinned white kind of pass for white man, a brother who's he was a brother African descent, but he like a white man who did the African American history studies in that school. Then there was a Mexican American man with a long ponytail who admitted that he was African descent. And he talked about Figueroa and all that stuff. And he told us in the class when we were doing Black History Month back in 2016, and I was going to Pasadena College at the time, and I was living at Job Corps. And when I went there, they talked about the gasoline baths. See, no one in our school, we never, and I went to the Hispanic school, and that's how near the Ship Channel, okay, out in East Harris County. No one ever talked about this. So that's why I was there at the John Hernandez, because I was educated years later about, I would argue with Latinos on racism was on Facebook about, hey, your history back in this time, and yes, you know that Latinos are being targeted. Yes, the news media in Houston are not covering this. So that's why that I'm like, well, we gotta talk about this. What happened to John Hernandez? It's not isolated. Like, for example, a lot of people still don't know about what happened to Joe Torres. 1977, they had a riot in Moody Park. Why? Because racist white cops at HPD killed a Latino man who was Mexican American named Joe Torres, and dumped his body and called him, excuse me my language, called him racial slurs, I went back and all that stuff, and dumped his body in the bayou, without 100 people in the been discovered now. See, people don't talk, and in school, we ain't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? We heard it from people, but educators had to go to HISD. They ain't talking about this. And they need to, because you had some race Latino, when we were talking about the slavery or Jim Crow, some race Latino kids would laugh at the water hose being doing. They didn't show the Hispanic was doing that. And I bet that they show a balance of that, they would change their narrative. So, and like I said, I always focus on Coco Black Americans being the victim and no getting justice. Okay, and I hate that manifestation. I hate that social engineering, because you will talk to activists and people, especially in Houston, from the elders to the young. They many don't believe in fighting for their rights. Many don't believe in you try to fight right. They don't want to try to holler at you and talk to you crazy. Okay, and instead of defending your cause, try to discourage you from fighting. So you see why you have a Charito fighting, because you had, like I say, the social engineer in our own community, some of our elders who didn't believe in civil rights movement. Some of them wish they go back to Jim Crow. Oh, please, it's a lot of discussion about that. They wish this one the Trump is off. Okay, well, if we go back to Jim Crow, don't cry about sitting back of the bus and crying about being lynched. Because it wasn't all that nice back in the day. My grandfather let me know that. Okay, my dark skinned Creole grandfather, his parents from Louisiana, born here in Houston. My daddy's father let me know that it was not all that pretty back in them days. Okay, so my grandmother, who deceased as well, both of them deceased, she wanted to go back to Jim Crow. You see why we had a beef, okay, an argument? She had a plantation mentality. She sure did, okay? And so that's why, I did research on why and this and that. Yeah, when you go through life instead of committing suicide, I had to go to the library and start researching why I'm going this. I was getting mad at God, because of that, okay? So, that being said, that's why I went to the Jordan Hernandez protest and protest against what happened to him, and I met Shredor there. I didn't think 2 years later, when I got evicted in 2019, that I would see an arrogant side of Shredor. And when I saw that side, when she didn't say she had no truck to come help me out to get my stuff out of the house, did she not know anyone? Come on, some people that got some trouble helping home people, what I'm saying? And there were people in the neighborhood in CUNY Homes helped me out. And we already know that CUNY Homes is about to get closed. And one thing the news media is not telling you this, Kimberly Thomas, the private manager at the time, she's going to be indicted for stealing money. You know the reason why I did the R. Kelly story before they put that voodoo on my porch? Okay? Because I was no longer getting unemployment benefits back in 2018. So her and Katrina Ross, okay, the assistant manager, they did something to make sure that I remain paying them $100 some. It is public housing. You're not getting income. It goes back to $50. Now they also was in the Job Plus program. 10 years ago, they had a grant that would freeze your rent if you work. So your rent stayed $50. But if you're getting other income like SSI, unemployment benefits, you have to pay whatever, right? Well, then when I reported I had unemployment, they did not put it on, they messed up. So once I stopped getting unemployment and told them, they refused to change the amount. It was 100 something amount. So imagine you're not working and you don't need plasma and you're trying to pay them and they don't accept the payment. It was a lot. So I worked at the Axelrod bar for Halloween. Even did my license to have Elise. I'm gonna say her fucking name. So the cuss here. She was a bitch. She kept gatekeep me from working there. Okay, I'll call it like it is because I mean, um, I got the license and it's not that far from my house. So what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? But there were times they trying to bully boss me, talking about at least I don't forget that. I was and I got defensive, like don't talk to me that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let you. Let me say something. You older, I'm older than you. You know how older than you. Young, it doesn't matter. Respect go both ways. You're not gonna talk to me crazy. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And I guess they want somebody they belittle. No. I've been through hell with my own abusive family, particularly my grandmother. Okay, and trying to get rid of her, trying to get away from her, it was hell dealing with her. Like I said, when she passed away, people get mad. You don't give a care. I'm only 50 years old. I can go ahead and get mad. Okay, I don't live for you. I was happy. Okay, her and my mother. You know what I'm saying? And dad would go too. If he was go, I went to because they gave me help as an adult. Even as an adult, it got worse in my adulthood. My adult rights were denied. You know what I'm saying? When I respected, you know what I'm saying? Until I threatened to get legal with them, and that's when I'm criticized. I don't care about y'all little trauma bomb mess. I'm not living that mess. And I said what I said. Okay, and if I want law enforcement to get involved, I will get law involved. Trust me. You ain't gonna try to guilt trip me on that. Okay. Um. So not to go in detail, that just give you an idea what I went through, what was the reason. So when I saw it, I did ignore it and I said, okay, maybe she's going to something. I met her in person in 2019. Well, like I said, that one of her staff members, who's white, named Eric, the gay one, who used to be security officer at the library, would talk to us like slave masters on a plantation. I had to check his behind a couple times. Like, hey, don't talk to me crazy. You know what I mean? I'm with that. Then I started to see, and I know there was some homeless people that was smoking kush, acting the fool. I don't do none of that, okay? And even I had to get, rough with some of the homeless people. They were talking crazy. 'Cause like one time I went in line, this broke crazy brother, I don't know if he was Afro Latino or African or Caribbean. I don't know. He had a foreign accent, and he was trying. And I tried to get lost of and I had my knife just in case the shank is behind in self defense. Like don't we in line for chicken? That's why I would try to avoid going on Tuesday chicken night. Something about chicken night is always a fight on Tuesday. I swear, because they don't still serve meat doing Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, but and sometimes I forgot what her schedule is, but could have been that. But I know on Tuesday night we wait for the chicken 8 o'clock at the library back in the day. It was always some drama. I remember one time I was in the library and the dark skinned Creole brother, I know he's from Louisiana, but he's dark skinned. He called the secure off all type of niggas. Whew, that they kicked him out of the library. Speaking of the word nigga, after the dark skinned brother who homeless got crazy and cussed the dark skinned secure officer and called him all type of niggas, a white man got beat up. One of the homeless guys who's white got beat up for calling a brother the nigga. I swear it was so much chaos. And I remember Sheree back 2019 was fall 2019. She said, if I see y'all smoke the kush, I'm taking that shit. Y'all out. Don't smoke that shit. I remember she said that. And so I was like, yeah, she had right to get upset. Because after, I'm not lying, y'all. It was people smoke kush, act a fool. Speaking of my mixed heritage and identity being attacked, a dark skinned Creole from Louisiana, I think it was Lake Charles. I was talking, so it was back in 2020. Okay, so during pandemic. And, a lot of stuff are closed. So we in line. We about to get ready for chicken night. And so this Cameron brother, he's about my company a little lighter than me. He's Creole too and part Samoan. Okay. And this dark skin brother who Creole was smoking Kush. Here we go. So I'm telling the Mexican dude it's Chicano, so start speaking Spanish. Some of us Creoles have Spanish roots. And the dark skin brother, that's not true. You're not from Louisiana. I said, I'm not from Louisiana, but I have Louisiana. Did you hear what I said? Louisiana roots. And tracing my background, I have Hispanic blood. There was nobody Spanish in Louisiana. And I said, yes, it was. It's funny, his friend, the one whose couple shades lied to me, had to confirm him later on. A couple of days later, you're right, there was Spanish colonization in Louisiana. This brother, I'm sorry, they said being the white man's nigga, being stereotyped. We got a line, and I said, dude, if you start messing with me, I'm gonna get the police officers. And remember, it was if anyone know it was homeless, the police was standing, making sure we were 6 feet from each other, getting food, doing COVID. I don't forget there was a bunch of police officers out there. And I told that dude, I said, I'll get the police on you. You know what I'm saying? I had my knife just in case trying to do something. I want to shake that dude. My friend, she Afro Latin, she Mexican and Honduran. Her dad Mexican and Honduran, and her mom is Honduran. And she gave me a knife at FedEx in Southwest Side. So they gave me a shank. I sadly lost the shank. I bought me a new shank. I did later on. I still got me a shank that I bought back in 2021. Yeah, I told him actually when that dude tried to rob me on 420, April 20, after I got my stimulus check, I was in the air and I bought me a shank, and I still got the shank right here. Okay, I can hear it. I still got my shank with me. Okay, yeah. Then me trying to pull my shank. Yeah, when someone tries to start to pull my shank out, I don't play it. No, I'm not gonna sit here and let you try to do me dirty. I believe in self. I believe in second amendment. I believe in self defense. no, my one thing, my dad didn't get along. He told me, you better defend yourself. Nobody, he said, don't even let him discourage me. That's why you see why I don't let nobody talk me crazy. My dad, he told me straight up when I was younger, don't let me and even me discourage you. You know what I'm saying? If I act out loud, let me know. He told me that when I was younger. Okay, so I don't let nobody do me dirty. Don't even the police. I snitch and get them in trouble. Okay, I don't care about other people who stupid who let people walk on them. I'm not gonna let anybody walk on them. Okay, that's why I went to suicide, depression, younger. No, no, near 50. That's not gonna happen. That's why I'm gonna visit my toxic family. That's not gonna happen. But I went off on street doors a worker. Okay, the white dude, the gay white dude, Eric, talking to me crazy. I said, hey, I'm bipolar type. I let him know you're not gonna talk to me crazy. Okay, I don't care about other folks who did this, and y'all try to bring up religion. Jesus, I'm not the perfect Catholic Christian, but no, you're not gonna talk to me crazy. That's not gonna happen. Okay, even the manager at King Homes had to get on her little answer mom behind, talk to me crazy. Just showed in, and one of the people work. I don't care about her being elder. She, what I'm saying? No, and she ought to be what, about 1956. The baby boomer. She ain't no dog gonna act like she's some solid generation. No, baby, my parents. If I got on my mama and blocked her back in 2017, I blocked her from talking to me. No, I told her, I don't want to talk to you. I told her do it before months before the hurricane. When I was a kid in the house, I told her mother, we not gonna talk no more. And I'm sure my grandmother on mom's side told her that, yeah, I thought about deleting her. Of course, I never to jail for this. It never happened. It was out of self-defense because she was coming trying to fight me. I swear, mom, you there for a family visit and you hear your mother trying to find a way to get by it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, it ain't gonna happen. And they call laws. I said, you didn't know I said, call laws on her because I have a toxic family that they think violence is the answer. No, that's why I had those homicidal thoughts. In self-defense, you're not gonna put me there. I don't care about your scheme my life. I don't care about your ass with that shit. I'm not gonna share your bad experience. Go share with some dumb idiot, okay? So let's get back with the street, okay? So you see why I don't play that? So I saw some of her crew members, okay, talk to people crazy. And I'm like, that cannot be me. And I know Jojo, the Latino Cholo dude, who's from North Side, that was Eric's boyfriend. Yes, a Cholo gay dude. He bisexual. Eric was gay. Somebody said y'all getting paid, and Jojo guy never saw Jojo out of character. Got in the man's face and said, "We need to get paid." And so I'm like, nah, I can't. And I saw Shrito act a fool one time. I said, get in line, so let me get my stuff. And we ain't here to babysit your stuff. I'm like, babysit? I ain't asked to babysit. I ain't trying to have y'all on me hold my up. I ain't gonna buy steal my stuff. Okay? For real. Ain't nobody gonna steal my stuff here? No. So, anyway, so I got tired of that. I'm like, hold on. Don't be talking. Y'all had to get that. Like, don't be talking to me crazy. I don't know what y'all attitude. One day I also had an issue to doing this before pandemic. They had people serving food and no gloves in it, like no sanitary gloves. This back 2019. And one white lady said, we need sanitizer for. I'm like, you got people who, I'll be nasty. Sorry. Okay, look away because I was also saying my prayers. I ain't trying to blast in my Bible right here. Okay, had to get away, because I ain't trying to digging their ass in their penis, okay, in the cooch, okay, and you don't know what their hand be on. People peeing and don't wash their hands. People defecate. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to have that. You know what I'm saying? I am germophobic. This is before the pandemic. Actually, a year before the pandemic. They had something. When I get money, had to buy me some sanitizer. You would go to the churches and ask for some sanitizer. Like, how we need some sanitizer? This is some nasty. Come on, we in the streets. Even so many people dirt don't even wash their hands. Don't try to take no baths. Only we got a church that had bath. They was someone who didn't try to take a bath. They didn't care about that. So I'm not trying to get sick behind this. So prior to Super Bowl, when Jennifer Lopez and Shakira performed, and remember I was at Starbucks before Deborah came in. I watched that Super Bowl, baby. I love Mr. Jennifer Lopez and Shakira performance, right? Okay. So there's transgender woman, the dark skin transgender woman had told me Lisa, hell, too much going on there. I said, oh, Lord. I said, what's going on down there? So some people had stopped there and stuff. And they don't put name. I saw her nasty attitude, and I got tired of. So they don't on. They don't on. And let me also address too. So when I mentioned that with Grizzly Hood News had said that she got her daughter, her mixed race daughter, her kids are part black, on her. And I said she need to watch them nasty chomo niggas. Okay. When I use that word, it's for those who stupid call themselves that. Okay. And don't condone that word, should that word. But when y'all normalize that word and telling everybody, I got tired of being Lawrence Fishburne in the movie School Days telling you y'all not nigga. But y'all be the white man's nigga, then I'm gonna refer you as who you are, okay? Because I'll call myself a nigga. I have high respect for myself, high pride, deep love, like Rich Franklin said. So this the couple brothers was watching the little girl. And don't get me wrong, she can pass for an adult at the time, but that's not appropriate. So one, oh, she got a big I said, dude, that girl is that woman's daughter. She could be young. And I had checked that, but like, hey man, don't even involve me in that conversation. Like that's 19, a little girl. And she don't know how old, she probably barely 17, 16. You over here looking at her butt. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when Grizzly Hood News had said that Cherie Dore was getting her daughter after her, and I said she need to stop doing that and watch them dusty ass niggas out there that's trying, even though she now grown, still, that's predatory. Like you didn't even check the woman's age, and then why you looking at her behind anyway? You probably trying to get some food. You know what I'm saying? Like anyway. So anyway, so that been said. Okay, so this was also got pissed me off. So the dog skinned dude who was homeless, who helped out, referred to me as a nigga, and I call him a Mr. Monkey. Okay, on my podcast. You over here calling me the N word from these white and non-black looking Hispanic, Hispanic got black but don't want to claim it, and trying to put me on that. I see it because I'm lying at your ass. Okay, I'm not too high yellow, I'm not high yellow, but I'm not dark chocolate like you, camel brown tone. Yes, when I was homeless, I got darker sometimes. Okay, the sun, put on sunscreen on, and I haven't don't like to put no lotion on when you don't take showers. Okay, anyway, y'all been in the street before, and your skin get dark, your skin get dirty, and you sweat. The dirt come out and you scratch it. Okay, I ain't take a shower before I put some lotion on. Okay, so I had sunscreen with me. Um, many times I sure did, and I have protection. So anyway, but still, I'm not his complexion. And you saying that, I know why you're saying it, because you have insecurities and identify as multiracial, and I don't go along with your narrative. You gonna call me the N word? I'm telling you, I respect. Stop calling me that. So one time I overheard him joking with Cherie, and she was laughing. So I said, okay, y'all hate on me because I'm not your Mr. Joe Monkey. I'm not your nigga, okay? I'm not your Stephen Fletcher, okay? Because I know I'm a history about Stephen Fletcher and Amos and Andy. So when the brother choose not to be your Stephen Fletcher, you will crucify him for not being your nigga, okay? And it's funny when y'all play the nigga role, and then when you get treated like a nigga, then you whine like a little bitch, okay? You talking about white supremacy. You bought into it. So that being said, so I saw that red flag. Then before me and her got into it, a crazy fake ass brother, this is before Deborah and West University, tried to get a laws on me. Now there was no sign saying you're a homeless, you cannot eat at the bench by Kroger's. Okay, it's T-Mobile. There used to be Sprint, and so I've been sitting there. No other security officer told me I had to leave. I'm eating food. I'm not begging nobody for no money. I'm eating food that I bought, purchased with my food stamps at Kroger's on West Park and Buffalo Speedway. This white man's N-word, Marcus, I'm gonna put his name on blast, just like I did with Deborah. Plantation cop picking my gonna sit here and tell me I cannot be there. This was weeks before George Floyd doing May 2020. And I said, excuse me. So I'm like, Rosa Parks, I'm not going nowhere. I pay for my food. I'm outside. I'm not bothering nobody. I know my rights. He threatened to get laws involved. So we was trying to get, and he did not know one of my homegirls that went to sell with me picked me up on Mercedes Benz and told me to come get a ride. We tried to go to ACLU. Her phone was not working. I guess I'm doing a curse. I was mad because my phone got stolen. Okay, some old cop, in Menoya Park, Menoya bus transit stole my phone back in March 2020, and on 24th, I'll never get that. I was going through hell. Okay, so, and I went to Cherie door and I told her when my friend dropped me off, she didn't want to hear it. And she is a homeless rights advocate. She at least could have gave me some information, told me to talk to lawyers to get that officer in trouble, which I did later on. I did get Marcus in trouble years later. Okay, I did because he not allowed for security, and I showed him my little badge when I was secure. I said, "Dude, I can tell Department of Safety on you," which I did, and so and I got and actually Sprint people told me that's not true. They not complain about me, just lying because I knew he was lying. You smiling, laughing. I'm like, this is mostly wealthy white area. It's mixed, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and say white man's nigga. Ain't no damn brother of mine. Okay, ain't nobody. What I'm saying? Like Deborah started picking, he the cotton pick. Okay. And like I said, mainly I had problems in West University was people of color portraying white supremacist attitude. They weren't that's like Deborah and Marcus, okay? And weird when I got home, it was the second time and went to the area to go get some hot water to make my tea and coffee because I had my own tea coffee with my food stamps. The dude was following me around in the parking lot. I'm not bothered about it. When I caught DPS involved, oh, he gave me that look. Oh, you doubt? I say, right, you damn right. I did tell DPS on you, and your boss told me it's secures. If you dare bother me again, you gonna have that problem. Okay? Oh yeah, don't play with me, y'all. Especially when I used to be secure. I know my rights. I know I'm very educated about trespassing. That's why I ask questions, ask permission. If I'm banned, I was banned from one place. I went above the authority to get approval, okay, and got Deborah in trouble. Okay, remember, okay, and and Deborah got a hold. That's why you see why that Starbucks closed. Okay, you see why the Starbucks closed. Come on now, you see why the Starbucks closed. Okay, don't y'all stop playing. Stop playing with me. Okay, let God fix me. You're not God. Okay, I don't care if you are police. I can get you in trouble with the FBI. Yeah, I know my rights, y'all. It's good. This is what the Bible say. People suffer the lack of knowledge. Hey, I gotta know your rights. So, and Marcus, every time you see me on the bus, come from South Houston, out there southeast area about Texas. I know we catch them parking ride buses there. Yeah, you give me that look. You better give me that look because I ain't gonna play with. You thought I was some ignorant nigga. No, brother. No fake brother. I'm a smart brother. And as a smart brother, African American, French, Creole, English, Irish. Like I told you, behind, I'm gonna get you behind trouble like 2020 because your Latino co-worker let me come back on the property. So did. He Mexican in not Guatemala, Mexican in Colombia. He let me come on property, okay? He sure did. So you can't say nothing about it. Thank you. He actually had more authority than your behind did. Idiot. Anyway, yeah, I tell like it's like I don't play that. Marcus, no, I will get shoots like I did with Deborah. Stop doing this. Please. Stop. Stop trying to violate my rights. I will get you in trouble. Trust me, you're not gonna want to have that happen. Okay? I'm not to play with. Okay? Proverbs 9:7-9. Don't correct me. You're inside. Please. So you think I asked to be homeless? Like I said, y'all know that I had got witchcraft voodoo on to be on the streets. Months before I went on the street, when they put that semen on, put them in educate y'all. When you see pure blood of semen, somebody's doing a spell to get you kicked out of your property. When I did about the R. Kelly, him being light in his dark skinned brother on that tape, I ain't watched tape. As mixed we are, we're not up here blacks. Um, R. Kelly is lighter than Killer Hell. There's no way I don't see how our people did not see that. I can say some white supremacists, but you can tell that he lied. Okay, his brother dog. R. Kelly is not dark skin. He's camel skin. He's lighter brown skin tone. If I told you that Drake and Tyrese are my brothers and I commit a crime, oh, that's not me. That's my brother Drake. You say that dude, you dogging Drake. That's not me. That's Tyrese. You lied, Tyrese. Come on now, you lying. You can see I'm lying because as African American people, we're not pure black. That's one thing that y'all get offended. The truth hurts, don't it? We're not pure black. We come in different skin tone hair because we're mixed. Please stop with the lies. Y'all lying. I'm telling the truth. And when truth sets you free, we are mixed race black people. We're not no pure black people. Stop you lying. I'm telling the doggone truth. The truth will set you free. Now, anyway, I don't care about people, dumb people's perception. They the one lying to themselves. So you see, when I told them, y'all know who followed me. R. Kelly came to my channel and then the week later on Malia's 40th birthday, put a goon came to Kingdom Homes and put semen on my porch. I called Precinct 6. And Officer Cabral, she worked for Precinct 2 now, right? She worked for Precinct 6 back then. Officer Frankie, okay, for Cabral, she can verify. I got the screenshots and everything. Gave her the email that Wednesday, right? Okay, on Leah's 40th birthday, okay? So that's how, you see why I want everybody to know that's how I got witchcraft and end up on the streets, okay? Anytime you expose a sex trafficking ring, the goons from at least send goons after you to get you. That's why I got folks in trouble. Got two judges out there, doggone job, Judge Jaron Brown and Judge Garcia, out because I knew they was in this mess. Okay, I didn't support. I did expose Turner because before Mayor Turner died, I could tell that there was some connection there. Okay, anytime you expose a sex trafficking ring and the leaks involved, like what R. Kelly had, it wasn't just him, his hood folks in Chicago. He was working for those elites. Okay? Like what happened with the dude David and Celeste, it's not just him looking for a child. There's patterns of them looking for children for sacrifice and exploitation. Okay? But this remember people we believe that 9, 10, some celebrity was involved in this case besides David. This is the second time somebody mentioned their name in the Kanika Jenkins case. We all know what time about. Okay, she was on the Disney Channel. Okay, we all know. We all know who we're talking about. Okay, she named after a Tejano singer that passed away 30 years ago. We know you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we don't name names. Thank you, because this is the second time her name been mentioned in a organ harvesting case. Okay, and her husband is connected to David. You see him in BOs. And no, he is not Hispanic. He used that name. Okay? Thank you. He's white Jewish. We know they got married after they discovered that their body in that Tesla. I got to mention anything. Just come down, give you a hint, come down, and ain't the African dude I'm talking about, it's the who's white and Mexican, she mixed, okay? Thank you. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, second time, anytime you mention what happened to Zach TV exposing that, they send goons to come after you. And the idea of making someone homeless is what? So they can get organ harvesting if they get human trafficking, they be told to have sex, or they're told to work for a legit job and give them the money, which is, or they're doing some drug trafficking, or if they can get their body cut up, dismembered, and the organs are sold. Why you think them dead bodies in the bayou is big now? That you know what I'm saying? It should be, and it was during the time when Turner was in charge. Okay, so that's called like it is. So idea of making people, that's why in California so many homeless people there. Why? It's a wealthy liberal state. The wealthy should be getting money because having the wealthy exploiting those poor people. Okay, with Ed Buck. Come on, people didn't give them Ed Buck. Hillary Clinton friend was getting them buzz and raping them and butt breaking them and race play and drugging them and Hollywood Hills. Okay, well now West Hollywood. Okay, come on now, come on, billionaire with friend with Hillary. Come on, people didn't know the history. Okay, people didn't stop being dumb. All the technology and the information we got, and people stop being dumb. Okay, stop being dumb, people. So that's the reason why I got people in trouble when trying to violate my right. I knew what they were about. Well, and I'm the same person before I lost my apartment. So there's no reason to try to violate me and try to treat me less than human, okay? Knowing that it can happen to them. So they got a job and that's the only income that's paying their rent and their bills, their liabilities. They can lose their liability too and be on the street too. Come on, come on. So get back to the subject with Shridor. So when I saw her attitude there, what got me in arguing with her, it was the week after George Floyd had got killed, right? And it was a Thursday. And so I people do change their plans when COVID. Remember, COVID changed a whole lot of people's plans and businesses. So I saw her crew there that give out the food. So I'm thinking, okay, well, she about to give food. You know, she'll give food out on Thursday evenings. She probably changed her routine because of COVID. So Latino guy that's from Detroit, Mexican dude, he Mexican American dude told me that she gonna give out food. This brother came in and told me it's not. I said, Cherie, I said, is it true you getting our food? No! I'm like, okay. If anybody asks me a question, I'ma tell them, fuck off. So I said, you fucking bitch, I cussed her ass out. And her other son is not a thug, okay? I like in my head, you okay, the your son. I say you don't try to defend in my head, you don't defend your man, man. Okay, I'm about to cuss you and your man out too. You gonna get involved because your man start talking me crazy. And this dude who like a white dude who claimed that he's related to he mixed with black and related to Mel Turner. Say, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. So I laugh and I'm like, well, I'm gonna tell that because I'm gonna leave. After I cussed her ass, I ain't going to her food. And then I pray. I never got prayed, and that's when that week later on. So the next week was the next week. It was the next week, right? The next week, I think the next week. That's when my Latino homegirl that was to work together security. She gave me a place to stay. She let me stay. She took me to her house and went to her daughter got her so they took us took to her house. Then her friends, such a kind of her friends, picked me up, and we went to hotel. The hotel right there by Ship Channel. It was cheap, like 40 something dollars, and she got paid at 12 o'clock midnight. And went to the ATM, got the money, and she helped me out. And thank God for her. Okay. So we both, yeah. So she helped me out and gave me some money, and I was to go wash clothes. I was in Saguna Barrio in the Magnolia area. I was in a second, at the Harrisburg area, and then I went back. I used to go sleep out someplace that was safe. Okay. And I remember it was people up shocked. I was so cleaned up. Yeah, I got cleaned up. I'm not trying to be dusty and dirty, and that's not me. Okay. You know, I know me personally. That's what I hate about the pandemic. Yeah, when I would go to the Magnolia, I mean the TMC Transit, they had the washing hand. I would go brush my teeth. If you saw a homeless person brush teeth, washing his face, washing his feet, that was me. Washing the arms, 'cause I can take my shirt off, so I could wash underarms. That's all she being clean. Okay. Um. So yeah, I'm serious. Cause I'm sorry, I ain't gonna sit here and be dusty and dirty. I ain't trying. And that's one thing. And the reason why I ain't going to the Beacon because Beacon. How you doing, bro? How you doing, Don Mondo? ¿Cómo estás? You on your way to work? Okay, that's good. Okay. So anyway, so that's what I'm saying. That I don't believe in being dusty and dirty. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying, and I was glad that as a home pro they saw me do that because it was when they had TMZ Transcend, they would have the Washington. So I didn't go to Cherie door at all. I told you how she was mean. So when I was at Starbucks, when Deborah came there, so I was outside using a Wi-Fi, and I did a podcast to back in June or July, and I exposed the bitch. Talking about Cherie door, I exposed her. I showed it. I exposed her. And I talked about how she was rude to people, and I also heard that she was I believe she wasn't for Black Lives Matter. I think she was for Black Anatomy, okay, because she don't like white men, okay. I still say that, okay. I guess I was slaying, but I just believe that because I heard stories that she would go to some homeless guy told me that she would go to sex parties with some brothers and smoke weed in Sugarland. Now, I said that the brother said, I didn't say I said because I didn't witness it. Okay, so then I'm this hearsay, right? So I kept waiting for Mr. Redor, okay? Shredo also me and Shredo had talked before on social media before we after we met in 2017 because it was the Jose Forrest case and about that Andre said he and I do where we was arguing with the racist Latinos and that too back in 2017 before right, yeah, you're right. I'm with you on that, brother. I don't support Black Lives Matter movement. It is a scam because every time, and I'm glad I'm gonna change subject. I'm glad you said that because when me and that dark skinned sister and that Latina that was the one that was organizing us to go to Selma, we was at a state center for Thanksgiving. Okay, before Thanksgiving, and we talked about us being poll workers at the voting polls, reporting things. And I noticed that one brother by our complexion, he he more like Malcolm X before he left the Nation of Islam type brother. He's not Muslim, but he's like he talk in a separate tone, but in smiling face, not in an aggressive tone. And I'm not with that separatist movement. I'm more with that multiracial, multicultural movement. And I remember the people trying to silence me. And you know what I'm saying? And I know that the dark skinned sister did not like. So every time I talked about Black Lives Matter and I talk about in a multicultural sense, people try to shun me. And with separatists, it came out okay. Like, and I said, no, and then one thing they didn't respect a man talking. I didn't know that it was a brother talking, but I saw some of the women trying to hush me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, nah, y'all don't respect a man talking, then I can't be in your mood. I would wear the shirt and sometimes I would feel funny wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt, not because I support Black Lives Matter. First, I didn't want nobody harassing me, and I have no police protection, and I ain't got nobody, to have my back. Second of all, because there were people out harassing people who had a shirt that had Black Lives Matter. Second of all, like I say, there was not no men talking. Women talking. And three women found it. Where's the men? Why the brothers not talking? You know what I'm saying? That's mainly the main target was brothers, especially darker than you and I. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. We both camel. We're not dark chocolate. But it was dark skinned brothers at the worst. Camel skin brothers and brown tone brothers and up to high yellow, those who lie to us was we got to end this, all of us got to instant, but we was not the main target was dark skin. The only ones that I know that were target those by our complexion was light skinned Latinos who try to fit in or Asian who try to fit in. There are sometimes some coons in our community or coons in the African diaspora and no family Caribbean as well. That too. But mainly it was them. But white people were mainly target those who are dark chocolate because they know the history of slavery. You get my point? Like I said, it be the other folks of color that try to deny it, but I tell you like it is. Okay, so that's one thing that I noticed that the men who would not talk, could not talk, and I'm like, hold on, we have right to talk in the room. This is about us. So I saw that and I'm like, something ain't right about this organization. You know what I'm saying? And then you had, and I'm not bashing LGBT community. That was mainly talked about. That is very true with Lord. It's not Lord Tariq. It's Lord Tariq. What name? The one to be on DJ Flash channel. He got some points on it. He not all the way correct. But like even Shredo's friend, who has HIV, camel skin brother, Ashton, he had, he's a political figure in Houston. He's gay, and he's part of Houston Black Lives Matter. You don't see the straight men brothers talking. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I did not, understand that. So you can tell that it was misconstrued. Then you had that high yellow brother. It was had albinism. Was in Georgia somewhere. He was using Black Lives Matter and fraud in the place before them three sisters got in trouble. So you get my point. And then you kept hearing that George Soros was the one that found it. And that is right there, I said, you notice that our own people acting and saying ain't caring about no Black Lives Matter. When you had a white Jewish man, he the one that founded um I'll talk about that later on. But he the one found that you can tell that Black Lives Matter because wherever Black Lives Matter was right, the King came in. You get my point? This was before Obama came president. Well, Black Lives Matter, where was that movement? So I'm for the meaning of the book, but not the movement. When later on we found out, cause I felt something. You feel something weird, and and I had a Black Lives Matter shirt. I'm like, I ain't wear it to the Latino Lives Matter or nigga. I had three shirts that say Black Lives Matter, Latino Lives Matter, and they Lives Matter. I wear it on things, right? Did yeah. So and people brothers getting shot and harassed by police. Then the Bone Thugs and Harmony talk about that. NWA, cop killer with Ice T. Talk about that. Dan Quayle got mad about him making that song. Like where were them movements? So and that's what I would say that when I came to Sharito, she did go help African people and Latino people who got abused by the police, and she did kick the horse. Okay, HPD, she didn't get arrested behind that. But they added to when I saw how she treat us on the street, you know, but I'm live and lesbian took over, which makes sense. And I'm not trying to bash LGBT, we're not gonna do that here, but those lesbians are witches. Elisa Garza, hold on, let me also let everybody know. Elisa Garza, she not no Latina. I thought she was Afro Latina. No, Lisa Garza, her transgender husband, she, well, she was born a woman, okay, but she became a transgender man. He, Malachi Garza, he's part white, even though she's really a she, part white and part Mexican. That's how they got the last name Garza. Okay, Malachi Garza, right? Yeah. So Malachi was born a woman, and she became a man, and then she married Alicia, and that's how Alicia Garza got the last name Garza. I thought she was Afro Latina. I thought she was. I thought she was Afro because I would argue with racist, Hispanic folks who bet Black Lives Matter. I say, well, ski, you got Afro Latina in there, so go talk to her. You know what I'm saying? And she got a check, and she got paid, and her Pop X. You gotta say Pop X, like Latin X. Her Pop X was getting paid. It was eating fried chicken and tacos and drinking Coronas and malt liquor. Okay, Harry Frioles and some collard greens. Frioles and collard greens and fried chicken tacos. Okay, her Pop X. Yeah, her Pop X. Yeah, Malachi wasn't born no man. She was born a woman. And she became a man through transgender like Chaz Bono and she married what's her name? Lisa Gall. He married later on, she became a he. Married Lisa Gall. So I thought she was Afro Latina. No, she not Afro Latina. I thought she was. I thought she was. No, she not Afro Latina. That she got her Pop X last name. That's how she last name Gaza. Okay, she grew up Jewish. Her mother, I think, was lesbian, not mistaken, and then her mother, no, her mother was straight and married a white Jewish man, something like that, and she was raised Jewish. So that's how she came in. And then later on, her and them three lesbians, the other two lesbians, became witches. And they were doing witchcraft. They were doing out there doing their witchcraft.
They were doing that witchcraft. I saw that. The spirit cooking all that mess. So, but anyway, get back to the subject. But yeah, so going back to the situation with the Black Lives Matter, I'm for the movement, but not me for the message, but not the move. Okay, how it's set up. And I saw that that's hard. Then what got me upset about Black Lives Matter too, and I mean, and Lovey T criticized when two sisters, girls, disrespected. What's that man name? The one that followed Martin King was trying to run for president, white Jewish man. What's his name? God dog it. I ain't Bernie Sanders. When they was in Seattle and they interrupt the Bernie Sanders and they said a moment for George Floyd, and they was screaming and cussing and acting ratchet with different color braids in their hair. On my YouTube, I trashed them two bitches. I showed it. I called it. They know damn one. They didn't have no how to respect. The man that actually come there, you gonna come there and you gonna cuss him out, act a fool. You know what I'm saying? He even call you the N word, and you over here cussing him out, acting a fool, making us look terrible. And I like, no, on my YouTube, I did call them all top bitches. Cause I'm sorry, making I don't know, they don't deserve no respect from me. I'm older than to have us anyway. But let's get back to Sharito. So Sharito, she cussed me out, acting a fool, and I saw this other side of her. I had to expose her, and I did expose Sharito. And so a year later, I get my apartment in February with Catholic Charities and Rapid House. I get that taken care of. Okay. So I move in the apartment in Southwest Houston. And when I got my stimulus check, okay. So I didn't get a stimulus check until April. They said I had to use the 600 because I didn't work in 2020 as a tax credit, and that's how I got 600. So remember, I almost got robbed. So I was getting a whole lot. Remember, because let me get to the esoterical part. So when I got my went to go get my Obama phone, was mixed race, part white, part Mexican woman helped me out with the phone. Shout out to her. And because the other phone the sister gave me at Greens, not Greenspoint, Northland Transit area. She oh, okay, use bogus statements for your way. Oh, that's good. So what happened was, so she helped me out. So well, first the sister gave me a phone. The phone did not work, so I had to get a new phone. So one of my mixed race white friend, multiracial mixed race white friend, he part American and Italian Irish. He gave me some money to go, but I had no bus money. I didn't want to be asking no free ride. So I left and went to Northline. The phone got messed up. Then I said, "Let me go to get stimulus check." So I went to the stimulus to those free help tax help people, and I went to Sunday because the one by me was not open. It was all booked. So I had to go all the way to Sunny Side. So on my way to Sunny, I went to Southeast Trans Center, and I saw this white Latina woman who, I know you start asking who we are, we're mixed. So we started talking about our mixed hair. You know how I talk. I mean mixed people. We start talking about our mixed hair. So I told her I'm mixed with this and that, and she told me she mixed with Mexican white. So we talking about all that. So we have cool. And so she had me out with a phone. So I get a phone. So I go to Sunnyside Civic Center, and that's when I got my stimulus check. So when I turn my phone on, I go catch the bus go Southwest Side, and I'm seeing Lovey T's video about Satan shoes. Okay, so the Satan shoes situation with Lil Nas, and I was shocked that he had a video. I'm shocked. I ain't seen social media in a long time. I'm seeing this man twerking on the devil. And Lovey T was talking about this, and she tried to say, "Oh, I said I know why they're talking about the Satan shoes and Lil Nas X this year. This is Holy Week. This is they blaspheme us Catholic Christians Holy Week." And I said, "I know." So they had a movie bashing the Blessed Virgin Mary, mother, um, our Savior's mom as well, called Unholy. And I said, "Let me do a podcast." And every time I try to upload it, the more that I went above, so I had to wait or try to get some money to pay or use somebody's Wi-Fi. So I tried to upload that podcast where I went biblical with it, because in Genesis 3, in between you and a woman, the blessed mother have always been hated by Satan. Okay, because in between the woman. Okay, and then also Revelation 12 with the woman dragon. The woman is called to crown 12 stars. That's the Blessed Virgin Mary. That's why Jesus called his own mom a woman. Okay, going back to Genesis. Okay, we honor her because of Luke 1:48, which she said all generation call me blessed. That's why we honor the Blessed Virgin Mary. Okay, we venerate, not we don't worship her, we honor her. So because she is our mother, because in Revelation 12:17 it talks about that the children who obey God's commands and witness to Jesus, that's her offspring. So that's why we call her our mother. So anyway, Jesus is our brother, and God's our father. So anyway, so I did explain why, because the devil never loved Mary. That's why he was trying to, never loved her, because she was going to give birth to our Savior centuries later, since Genesis, when our first parents ate that bad fruit to cause us to be a sinner, right? Okay, so that's why people who attack the blessed, Satanists attack the Catholic Church, they go after the Blessed Mother's image, because they know in Genesis chapter 3, in between you and the woman, time of the serpent between the woman. Okay, yeah, because the serpent never loved that woman. And that's why that Jesus called his own mother woman, as woman kind of when she told him there was no more wine and he turned water to wine, it went a kind of, right? Okay. So that's why. So I know why they had a film called Unholy, making fun on Good Friday of all places, making fun of our Blessed Mother just being blasphemous because of the biblical passages. So I didn't get a chance to upload that in June until April 15, right? Then 5 days later, I get my stimulus check. And the African man, he was born in the United States, but a Nigerian American man who was nice, had told me about Verizon. I was trying, I should have went with the other government thing, but I went with Verizon. And so after George Floyd's killer had went to prison, and I went to, I remember was talking about that, and um, so I went to Southwest Side to one of the apartment complexes where he was located, so I can go talk to him about, getting my, he would come to my apartment complex and talk about getting Verizon. So I had stimulus check. I already been to the Indian, because I used to go to the Indian store to buy some stuff at the Indian store, and so I'm like shopping, right? I'm trying to shop cheap, not shop expensive, like till I have some money up, right? So I was happy to have some money in my. Well, I was so happy. I'll forget that. I go to full time buy some toilet paper and some paper towels, right? And some, cleaning stuff. Then I went to go buy went to as I bought my shank at the King Dollar Tree, the King Dollar store, right? On Briar Forest and Wilcrest. And I felt the spirit. Something was gonna happen to me. And it's nothing to do with Shridor. I do believe it does. Okay. I'm going to get that. There were some brothers with some dreads, and they were typing fast on the phone. Anytime someone typing fast and they looking at me, I know it's setting me up. So I get on the 161 and we go southbound by past by bars and and Willcrest and go to, so I'm catching number two and go to my apartment because I used to live on by here across from Bel Air. And I had a big old stomach ache because I went to Wendy's, ate food. Yeah. So I had to go take a dump. So I got all my bags, right? And went to the gas station and the man let me go use the restroom. Okay. So I used the restroom, the airman, or Spanish man, wherever it was, at the gas station across the street from Jaggerbox. Okay. I felt something, Zach, watch your back. So it was a dark skinned stud woman. Like she kind of get too close to my stuff, but she didn't. So then after I get all my stuff and I bought me some vitamins, little packages at the gas station. I went there, I come back, then all of a sudden this brother by my complexion, camera skin, dressed in one of the hot and cold games. You know what the color of hot and cold is, so I don't want to mention because somebody could be affiliated with them games. Said, hey man, give us a shit paper. I said, bro, I don't have no money. Someone help me out. Man, go and give me a shit. I give you $1, man. I said, nah. I said, nah. So it was a Spanish dude. It was on the phone. One of the immigrant types was talking Spanish, not paying attention. It's dark. Right there, bus stop by a jacket box. The dude picked up here, got when his pocket got click, put the click in his pistol. Yo, I got all my stuff. I start praying in my head, and I ran. I walked fast, got my stuff, and ran. And then I crossed the street in the Asian restaurants. I'm mad because all them Asian business restaurants they had cars. They were not no police cars. I was mad. Like what the hell? I'm mad. So I'm mad. And the bus is taking forever. I like, dang, where the bus at? So then I get on the bus. It's a long number two bus from this dark skinned older man that know me from when I used to live in CUNY Homes. He driving number four. All of a sudden, the brother and their stud sister, the lady, she was in the back. He looking like in from my phone praying. Then they got Hillcroft and did not get out there by Jane Long Middle School and did not get out on Bel Air and Hillcroft. Because I had issues with the got them in trouble. Snitched on them and I ain't no mess. So because they unprofessional people at Bishop PD. I took I said and I gave the description of the guy in the wall. Brother the driver said, well, she ain't paid, but he paid. But you talking about hit the van? I said, yeah, let me let other drivers know about that man can't try to ride the bus again. So I contacted Metro PD rolled Metro and I rolled the one of the buses right and go to West University. And one of the they know me in West University. I was homeless, they didn't see me a long time. I said, y'all almost got robbed, y'all. And I was scared. Dude, I be seen with them bags. I go, yes, bags with my food stamp purchase. So this dude follow me. Let me be real with y'all. Before that happened, we had that game, hot and cold game. Mariah Carey, giving us food, giving us not giving us COVID test. And she Vela was there, and I was trying to get away from him because then I already criticized him on my YouTube. And he talking about he going to Miami. I forget this. So a bunch of ran a color, right? So they do belong. And I remember I've been stopped by the young and I was saying my Fiesta. So he said he been seeing me, bro. I kid you not. So I told my case manager. I told the apartment and when Kimberly Tubrate wanted to run her mouth, the bookkeeper did not want to hear what I had to say. So she had a print record down there about Judge Garcia, while I already snitched on her behind the line on thing. Okay. Well anyway, on her mouth at the beach. Um she didn't want to hear what I had to say. It was set up. This was before I got evicted 2 years later. I knew a set of like, why the bookkeeper? I want to talk because yes, not here. Police officers, I saw bad police officers. So anyway, official oppression. So anyway, so I already told. I think I told the Fed. I told the Feds about it. So the week later, or probably a month later, then I go to. I'm going Subway. No, I'm going to Fiesta. So it had been at Wednesday, right? Show was at Wednesday the next day. Damn brother mine. And seeing his game cut, I said, oh hell no. Nah. So I walked. I said, I go Subway then on. Hell no. Nah. Thank you like cooking. So let me my own food. And I walked and out to the back streets. I'm barely able to get to business. And I talked to Mesh for D. I said, I'm on my car Tuesday night. He right there. So then I jump on the 5 and so that we said, so this what gets tricky. That during that time, if I saw a bluish out on YouTube, that me and Frito got into it. My phone is down. I'm charging this phone at the same time. So I might have to do a part two in this. Um, so yeah, doing when the Amber guy came in Michigan, I love it till she showed that people jealous and told her that Amber guy and both of John knew each other. Them apartments are not spend. You gotta have a key as an immigrant. St. Lucia, right? Baby, you can't kick the door down. So that's a down lie. She didn't have a key. They knew each other and she was sleeping with Officer Rivera, Latino cop that shot their brother years ago. And she was messing with him, he right? And she was messing with both of John. That was a hoe. So remember the lead text? Why they was texting each other and saying racial shit. Computer. All right, so then what happened? Okay, so I'm telling people that y'all know that Amber Geiger and both of John knew each other and she was a thought. I didn't think Cherie Doyle, this woman here, will come to conversation. I'm saying, you lying, stop saying rumors. She deserved being, I didn't say that she not deserve to be in prison. I didn't say that. I said that they knew each other, which is true. Because there's no way in the world you got expensive apartments high ranking apartments. They ain't no ghetto apartment you can bust the door open. The lock is so hard to break. That's how you pay so much money, the quality of the door. You cannot break the door down and break in someone's apartment like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to actually have open entry. Someone had to open the door to get it. Come on now. So she started arguing, acting a fool. So I cussed her out again. And then she started talking about, yeah, you, yeah, because you lost your apartment. So then, after she said that, I said, you fake, prison, right? Because her dad was a preacher. She said, used to be, not no more. She said, F your sky daddy. So when she said F your sky daddy, study about satanic, that's a word they use about God. And atheists do it too, but usually in the saints. When she said F you sky daddy, I already knew. I said, this woman saying satanic. She gotta be a saint because a sister go get your food with her, different numbers. So I thought she was counting numbers to see how many people getting food. She was saying it was a number trick that you doing witchcraft. So I never did. I told her, I said, yeah. I said, but I don't think she witches back in child 20 was at large. She ain't fighting for no black lives, man. She fighting for black dick. I did say that. I did say that. She fighting for black. I did. I said that she fight for black dick. I did. Woo, the land I tell me that. So anyway, so I said, she gotta be a saint. She saying F your Sky Daddy and blasphemy. I said, golly. So then, I blocked her and I gave her a link of me snitching on her and tell her my podcast. She have a multiple Facebook accounts because she get in trouble on Facebook. So then she came and she inboxed me and she said, "Won't you come talk? You over here slandering me and something. I never let nobody use the N-word. You lying. You that do this and the N-word for you. Yeah." And then she said this and that, and yeah, people be acting a fool. It be hard sometimes saying your own team. Something like that. I forgot what I got taken out, right? Okay. So anyway, oh, y'all know that and they said that when he died, that she would allow the family to have access to something like that to his death record, something like that, because if they were staying together for a long time in Texas, it's considered common law marriage, right? And I was kind of shocked because he's a minister, right? Then I found out from the relative, I can say who it was. They told me privately she lied. She lived in the hood. Brother lived. The three kids did not clean their house. It was dirty. They was upset how the house was. That he was sick and he was on a filthy house. So because you remember on her Facebook, she said she did a Sugar Land. It was like, why this rich lady? It was good to have a rich lady come from Sugar Land to help us, but we found out that's not true. So now let's get to the nitty gritty about you. So y'all know about. I do believe she put a spell on me, and that's how I ended up finding out who Blue Shadow was. Cause I started popping on my feed. This man coming out bashing brothers, bashing perm. I'm like, hold up, who this on? I said, first, we said bluish. I thought it was another bluish guy. And Mondo know what I'm talking about. The other bluish guy tried to kill me back in 2020. Okay. So I believe it has a connection to that case of the little boy getting stabbed. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to talk too much about that. I leave that alone. But anyway, the bluish guy that keep on, I thought it was him. I had to look because actually, the bluish guy and bluish dollar are like not that far apart because that bluish that tried to kill me is from Houston, but born in New York. He is born in '77. He's my other brother's age. Bluish Dollar is my other brother's age, the one that betrayed me in my stock. Okay, him and my Bluish Dollar and my second older brother same age. He's born '78. So anyway, I'm born '79. Okay, so I thought that was him. I had to look real deep. I said, "Is this that dude?" And it's not. It wasn't that bluish dude. The dude is not Bluish Dollar. Let me explain. He born in '77. He's from New York. He lives in the Southwest Side. He's not in Houston no more. Was a laws involved on his ass. And so his father's a white Jewish man, and his mother is Afro Caribbean. Yeah, she's from Virgin Islands, and she has Hispanic blood too. She's caramel skin like me and Mondo. Okay, she was. Both his parents deceased. He didn't finish school. Okay, he has a criminal record. He did have a dad in his life. Actually, he lived in Florida one time, and he was stealing. He told me he was stealing from his father. His father was a manager at Walmart in Florida, and he was out there stealing. He did not like one thing that me and that bluish guy we both identify as mixed. You know, he did identify as most as black, and then he did unbash my multiracial identity and my look too like bluish dotto. But the dude, we both did not like living in Texas. Now, unlike him, he from New York. I'm born here in Houston. We didn't like Texas racist politics. We no, you know what I'm saying. And different between him and I, he didn't like Mexicans. You know, of course, I embrace my like non-racist Latino brothers and sisters. Okay, and I share that I have Hispanic blood from Louisiana, right? So he did not like that. I know every time I speak Spanish at FedEx, and people thought he was Hispanic. But every time I speak Spanish at FedEx, he was singing with them. Yeah, like from the east side, Harris County area, because he was on time. Us him because he was on YouTube. Okay, he was. He didn't get like is what it is. But anyway, I thought that Blue Star was him. Look real. I thought, hold on, they ain't blue. They the dude they try to kill me, and now he on YouTube making all these videos. And no, that's not the guy. There's some other guy, another bluish guy. You know, unlike Bluish was adopted. Lotto was adopted, and his white father, him, his mother was dark chocolate. And she was from here. You know, he was in adoption home. He was born '78, so they was not the same person. I had to make sure. I had to make sure. I try to kill him. That's why I never forget. I said, hold on, let me leave. They both like, but the other has more coarseness in his hair. Like, you know, pictures you see it. You know what I'm saying? But so I was glad that was not so that's how you know an argument and discussion. So and I do believe that Shridor, if she a Satanist and he's one too, they must have some witchcraft, some brujeria came on me to get because I blocked her ass, cussed her ass I was supposed to. She tried to get revenge. I mean, that's why I believe that that's how me and Bruce in a meeting on YouTube. The same. Remember, I had a blessing and curse in April 2021. I got my Obama phone on Good Friday. Then I talked about the Satan shoes situation. Lil Nas X Y Love It Teasby, okay? And the Unholy movie Bashing the Blessed Virgin Mary. So I talked about that. I didn't get a chance to upload it to later on. Then I was able to get Deborah and Danielle in trouble, okay, for letting people COVID-19. Yes, I do believe that Deborah is a Satanist, and I do believe that Danielle, the white passer, I don't think she all that 100% white with that juicy curly hair. It's more loose, more curlier than Mariah Carey's, like loose naps. Um, but she passed white. She go to Ohio when the slaves went there for be free and started mingling with the Quakers. You know, that's why they got East Jackson white passing brothers and sisters down there. You know, the sister say you don't have to look black to look. You don't have to look black to be black. Okay, she's like a white lady. Okay, East Jackson, Ohio. Yeah, I will not be shocked that Danielle's related to people. But she's from Ohio, which is where Blue Shot's from. Which is shocking, and so they did that too. I know about their business. Um, so they were letting people COVID-19 work there. Okay, I anybody. If you know the Latino one that I call Meghan Markle, she like Meghan Markle. I didn't try to get her. So what happened? The Latino Meghan Markle, daddy had it, and my homegirls who look like white girls but they Creole, one of them told me that they was having COVID tendency there. Okay, because Danielle and Deborah told the Latino woman look like Meghan Markle to lie on her application, and so she can work there when she live with her dad who has COVID. And it had other people who have, I kid you, was trying to kick me out after I got them how she treated me with the CEO. I said, hold up. So when I got my phone, I got my apartment and stuff. I didn't go to mass because remember everything was on Sunday because of COVID. So I went to a Wi-Fi. Don't forget, and I told it, baby. I told it. I told it. I said, yeah. I said, yeah. That she, this, and that, blah blah. And then please do not penalize the woman who the family, like Meghan Markle. I said, she's young. She not know what she's getting herself into, but it's me. And that's how Danielle lost her job and that old fake brother Bert Smith, Wilbur Smith, should I say, the this man took her place. He got control of that. Those restaurants. His restaurant, yeah, they restaurants that have been closed are his restaurants. They mean he ain't doing his job on job. You remember when if we know about Houston politics, Justin Hidalgo went to go help the Starbucks on Shepherd near West Time by West Park. Was it West Park? No, it's no Shepherd in Alabama. Okay, when we get to Richmond. Okay, yeah, now it's they was protesting and trying to form a union. And that was one of his stores. Oh yeah, Richmond. He saw me there many times when I got home the second time. He didn't say nothing about me being there. The manager, the white man manager was nice to me. People, majority like one Hispanic like Hispanic there, but the other Hispanic she was nice to me. Everybody, the sister there was nice. One sister that worked there, I think she Hispanic and black. She light skinned. She worked in, and then the dude that was kind of like transgender, like he was African American and Mexican. He was nice. I got you respect there. And Bert never said nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? But when the next year, 2024, when he was sitting next to Deborah, that's when that nigga started acting a fool. And I was like, hold on, you seen me at the Richmond location, Richmond on Wood call. You see me and never say a damn thing. I was talking about that about it. Okay? You actually saw me there when Deb was on vacation on February, her birthday fair. I know her business. Once 89, I know her business. Coming my bitch trying so Devin year five, but then year five. And that's when Bert Smith took her to her position. Okay, so she should be not thanking God, he should be thanking me because I don't want. He had more stores in Southwest Side than Danielle. Danielle had mostly like the museum district and West University, the wealthy area. She had those positions. Oaks, I'm in the River Oaks location. They said Deborah worked there. I never saw Deborah at the River Oaks location. I went there, man. I went there when I was running from that bluish dude. When that bluish was trying to kill me, okay. I leave, no, I got my hot water, cold water, I showed it. By on my computer, people was nice to me. Whatever else San Felipe or West Gray. One of them, yeah. They ain't say nothing about nobody. Shoes, I showed up. I bought all my bags in there. They ain't say nothing to me. Okay. All the time I had a problem and Melanie, she like America. She part white. She married to a white man. She reminded me of Latoya Uganda, one of them African countries, and she part white. And a higher a sister who had natural hair, the woman with me, she told me that Melody was no good, and she wasn't. Cause they were trying to clown me out, and I was like, babe, I wrote her a letter. She left me alone. So did back during the pandemic, I had to check her. When me and Deb going, I had to check Melanie too. I had to check. I said, who you talking to? I gave her email, babe. I didn't cuss, but I let her know who I am on a spiritual level. And I didn't use that private 979 rate, but leave me alone, baby girl. I ain't did nothing to y'all over here lying because that white woman down there at the what's her name, Patty, I forgot her name, what's her name, Patty. She was mean as hell, and she talked to me crazy. I said, I don't have to argue with you. I gotta do email the CEO your ass in trouble. That's all I gotta do. I ain't gotta argue by light skinned sister Creole or something at the museum district. She was rude to her light skinned how your brother that was home and rude to that brown skin. And a white woman bought him a drink, and he was there drinking. She told him to leave after he got a drink from his white woman that bought him a drink. She went out to me. I came from the hospital back in 2019. I'm like, I gotta argue your ass. All I gotta do email Mr. Kevin Johnson, the CEO of the time, and your ass in trouble. They apologize. They showed you. That's all I gotta do. Email your ass to CEO. I ain't gonna cuss you because he gonna use that as excuse to get me kicked out. Okay, that's how I know that trick. If I act a fool, then I'm excused of not being there no more. So I'm like, no. I don't email your ass. Email from the head corporation Seattle. Okay, you got zero. Okay, you shouldn't mess because I ain't need nothing to you. And then when she was, oh yeah, I said, baby, on my computer, I got the CEO email. And if I got any problem with any business, I ain't got to argue, I ain't got to cuss, get red chicken. I don't film that and edit it and try to make it like I'm the bad, like I know that trick. Okay, cuss me out and said this to me. When? Where the video at? Where? On time, I got ratchet with a customer at a Starbucks was a stand man. He looked like that lawyer from the Arlene Alvarez case, the first one from the asteroid case that Ramos, that Rick Ramos, he looked like him. I thought Mexican, Rick Ramos was Cuban, and I was at Starbucks, and my white passing Creole homegirl was sister manager there. That's when the white man was in charge before it ever came out. And I mind my got your in here sometimes crazy. So I put it on Facebook. I went off. I cussed them out in Spanish. So the Latina girl that was there, she who didn't like me, okay, but she knew I knew to go to if she not get her ass in trouble. So anyway, she called my homegirl, and my homegirl came up there. She calmed me down. She said, "Yes, just calm down. We had a problem with that customer. She showed it. She showed it. She had a problem. And coming acting a fool. I had to tell her off in Spanish, but leave me alone. I ain't did nothing to you. Oh yeah, he kept harassing me. So it was several things. I didn't come there acting a fool. He just started harassing me. And he like Rick Ramos. I'm not lying. He do. He looked like the scamming people that was Arnie Eric and the actual case. He do. So he sure do. He do like him. I think he got an office in the area on Curb. But he can't talking to me. I said, hold on, I don't know who you're talking to. And that Spanish Creole from the barrio came out. From the barrio East Harris County, living up past 3 years, came out. The Afro out of me, okay? The the Afro spit came out, okay? Now you better leave me. He was shocked. I thought I was speaking Spanish to him. Like, you better leave me the hell alone. I call my time been dead hoes and pulled those stones. A damn paso where I was cussing out in Spanish. That's all time I got ratchet at a Starbucks, okay? When a customer came to me and start acting a fool, okay? Right. So I didn't get put out nothing. He went on the other side in his nice clothes. He showed in. I checked the little thing, you better leave me alone because I ain't did nothing to you. Time out, you got your furniture up in here. Man, your furniture. I said, well, then give me a home then. I said, no tengo casa. No tengo casa. Buy me a home. Comprar mi casa para mí. Buy me a home. Buy me a home. Then I don't have to have my so-called little damn furniture. Exaggerating shit. Hey, check it there, puto. I checked the little puto, but leave the hell alone with them nice clothes. I ain't gonna fight and stuff. We can be outside on West Park and Buffalo Street. We'll fight right there in front of cars, okay? In front of traffic, on the sidewalk. Let's take it outside, baby. She was trying to start some stuff. Man, I ain't did nothing to over there. Mind me on my computer. Mind my business. Do gonna talk. You have got your son. Well, baby, I put that man on. I put him on camera too. Put him on Facebook. I went on Facebook Live on that shit. I said, hold on, you better leave me alone. I ain't did nothing to you. Harass me. And I went to that cause of probably came to me started harassing me. So I had to check. I checked that ass. I checked him. I checked it, but I said, hold on. I said, I'm a wrong brother. And before you don't know, I got that bell pepper Spanish Creole loose. I'm part Spanish too. Yeah, I got that bell pepper me too. Yeah, shoot, you better ask somebody. Exactly is on the play with. You better take your ass off the face. That's gonna start some shit with me. That's the only time I had like I a little ratchet with somebody because he was a customer harassing me. I wasn't doing nothing to him. Got your furniture. You better take your little ass someplace else. Trying to act all machismo with me. Yeah, but I stood up and put my on blast on the camera and like, dude, you better leave me alone. So my homegirl, who manager, she came and said, calm down, calm down. And she said that man, they had problems with that man. Yeah, he's not homeless, and they had problems with him. Listen to y'all, he's not homeless, but they had problems with him coming acting a fool. He dressed up all professional. He do like Ricardo Ramos. Yeah, Cho, he do like that dog lawyer from the Astro. Tell me he want to punch Travis Scott in the face. I'm like, dude, they probably put that voodoo, that witchcraft, that Santana match on your ass. You better leave Travis Scott here with the Kardashian. Gonna put that Satanism on your ass. You better leave that man a long time. I want to punch him in the face. Don't get me wrong, I don't think he should perform either, but he always acting rough. I see why his wife caught lost him punch. Oh yeah, his wife got him in trouble. He got arrested. He a lawyer. And he was a former judge. He got just like Judge Garcia. He got arrested for out there punching the domestic violence case, and he got fraudulent cases. Got fraudulent cases out there frauding people. Shout out to Wayne the film supposed and shit. Man got fraudulent case. He a lawyer and he robbing people. What is up with you? So anyway, I read you at Starbucks, okay? And I don't play that bullshit. Furniture. Yeah, you got your furniture over here. Yeah. Why you got your furniture over here? I see, you better leave me out. I said, hold on, dude. And I started speaking in Spanish. I started cussing in Spanish. I said, dude, you better leave me alone, bro. Shoes. I started cussing in Spanish. He walked away. You better walk away. Yeah, the Afro speak. I'm the Afro speak. I don't call myself a nigga. That Spanish Creole came out, baby. That bell pepper came out. You better, don't let my BL Marina fool you. Okay, you better go someplace else, bro. I don't know who you talking to. Yeah, you better walk, because them nice clothes be torn up outside the store. I ain't gonna do it on property. We got out there property, we start boxing. And if I got tear up them nice, your clothes get teared up, we get in a fight, it would not be like came on a Calvin Klein, well, y'all really, you better leave me alone, or vice versa, store, you better leave my ass alone. I ain't in a rash, I ain't did nothing to you. Talking about your furniture. I said, dude, I move my stuff for you. But I'm not bothering nobody. What the heck you bother me for? They let me in the store. I'm using their Wi-Fi. I'm not bothering nobody. So why are you bothering me? Dumbass. Bitch, man, that whole way I had to get his ass in check. And he walked his little ass out there thinking he all looking cute with them nice clothes. He walked his ass someplace else. You know, put his ass on blast on Facebook. I showed he on Facebook Live. I showed he better take your bitch ass someplace else. You better no more harass me. I ain't did nothing to you. Shows. I checked that culo, didn't I? Yes, I did. I checked that culo. Better leave me alone. I don't know who you thinking. Damn, some weak ass nigga that scared some Hispanic dude. I'm part Hispanic to the Louisiana Spanish. My blood. I'm fuck around with a black Spanish tree. You better take your bitch ass someplace else. Then, yeah, that bell pepper. You dang right. They say they did it with school in the barrio. That's right. Lived in the barrio one time. Lived in El Paso like about a patera. You damn right. It came out. Yeah, I had Cholo homeboys. Yeah, Cholo homies. I showed did. Hung around with Cholo homies. You dang right. El Paso, you better you don't know who the fuck you talking to. Yeah, you better check it. It's that Bato logo came out. Don't you know I'm loco? Right, the type of his song, right? Don't you know I'm loco? That's right. I got loco on the cabeza. Look, it's insane, man. Did you better take a step out there, baby? I don't know who you talking to. Better change that tone. Watch your tone with me. I don't know who you talking to. She like, ain't no scared, nigga. Shoot. Yeah, I had checked it, and he walked his bitch ass in the you better. There's other tables out there he can sit. I'm not trying to start table. Take that furniture over here. He probably won't talk to that, bro. Probably there. If he not Mexican, if he is, I don't know what his fan group he was. Probably Salvadoran, was some Colombian or something. But if he Mexican like that, but he probably related to her ass. He got that pinky man, got that furniture down there. I ain't got all damn furniture. He exaggerate. He exaggerated. I had furniture, so I had a sofa and couch. That's funny how you say I had furniture. My dresser was there too, huh? My bed was in there too. Damn. My furniture from IKEA, from Gallery Furniture. Yeah, I had a whole set in there, right? Exaggerating line ass. Anyway, let's get back to this. Cause sure, baby, that Bato Low came out. I said, hold on, you better take you back on. And I started saying, talking in Spanish to him and English in Spanish to him. He bounced. My hand on his ass. He bounced. He better bounce. I'm trying to beat down some scared niggas, some scared mayate. Oh hell no, no, ain't no scared mayate. You better recognize it. Yes, tengo sangre hispana también de Louisiana. Yo soy parte hispana también. Yo soy parte criollo español. Okay, thank you. You know who the hell I am. No, Pierre Morena Fuji, bro. So let my Pierre Morena Fuji. Okay, shoot, you better bounce. Oh, he bounced his ass out the way. But look, that's right, bounced his ass out the way. Check that, check that ass. Check. Shoot, I didn't have to get by. All I do is give me the oppression, the impression that I ain't scared of you. If he walked his ass away from me, he better. Oh, they're harassing me, talking about he got his deal. Man, if you don't like me in the streets, buy me a home. Buy me a hotel. That's right. You all in my business about me being go cuss out Judge Jerry Brown. Okay, go to CUNY Homes and cuss out Miss Thomas, Miss Kim. Thank you. Go find a goon who put the witchcraft on me. It made me homeless. Go to Chicago, go beat up our cat in that damn jail. Leave me the hell alone. Shit. Let's all start right there with them putting in witchcraft. That's how I end up homeless. Because anyone know when they put semen or period blood on your porch, that's to get rid of you. Yeah, for real. Anytime you see semen or period blood on your porch, calm or period blood, that's a voodoo or witchcraft trick to get rid of you. Yep. You don't know about that. That's how I end up homeless. It's a trick. So anyway, get back to the subject. Okay. So just look at the timeline. The April 25, 2021, I get my stimulus check. No, I get my income tax done, and I get my Obama phone. Then I get my stimulus check. Okay, I get my stimulus check. I almost got robbed. Okay, so then then I'm talking about Amber Geiger case, and Streetor come in. I cuss her out again. on social media. Because I'm in person, because I again harassing me by him a God case. I showed her my podcast. I did Starbucks, right? Outside Starbucks. I was on the street. She said I'm lying, slandering her. I block her. Don't want to talk to the bitch. Then I see bluish light on. And then later on, I get my channel taken down, right? See how they go. Then I have people talking about mixed identity. You see what I'm saying? She put a spell. She had to. So, that being said, when it comes to Lord have mercy, Shridor. Okay, about Shridor and other people. So last year or this year, when I got my phone, I saw on Dr. Candace Matthews that Shridor going after her, and now she going after Grizzly. Hood news, like Shridor even stop. Okay, so she got credit card abuse, but also people told me who work in politics that Shridor is running from law because she stole money and misused her funds for food not bombs thing. A couple home people told me that as well. So if the boyfriend preacher relative telling me behind closed doors that she is dirty, then other people tell me she's dirty. And when she fainted, yeah, I forget when Mayor Trump was still mayor, and she was not supposed to feed the homeless at the library. Now, let me say some part. I'm gonna say this. I do disagree and agree. Disagree and agree. At the same time, I do believe that the homeless people should be fed right there by the library. But the reason why I agree with partially with Mayor Trump's plan and also later on, what's the name, Whitmire, is because you have homeless people individual, not all, who still act a fool, get how that kush on that wet, which is abundant fluid, and they start acting a fool. So my thing is, if you're gonna have hungry people to feed, the ones acting a fool should not be allowed to come there. And then on chicken night, it's always some fight going on. There's always some trying to start some drama on chicken night. Like somebody putting witchcraft on a chicken. I'm saying I believe it on Tuesday chicken night, like Popeyes. When she feed the chicken, fried chicken, it's always some drama going on that night. I kid you not. Because 7 o'clock when she feeds you, right? But 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock is clear. They have to fry chicken for a bunch of people, right? That's why they have a numbers of 100 people coming, right? So they got fried chicken. Fried chicken takes a lot of time. So they, I don't know what house they be going to or some restaurant. They fried chicken. She bring her truck and she give us fried chicken dinner. So, but I kid you not, y'all, on Tuesday night is always some drama on chicken night. I believe it's spiritual stuff. Somebody acting a fool. Somebody get high on kush. Somebody act. I kid you. It remind me of the chicken sandwich from Popeyes when folks was out there acting a fool over some chicken sandwich and trying to beat the cashier over some chicken. I kid you not. That to remind me of the chicken fight. Woo! Fried chicken. You hear me? Okay, like Miss Peaches. They should give Miss Peaches to do fried chicken. You hear me? Y'all know on YouTube and MySpace? Fried chicken. Fried chicken. You hear me? Miss Peach back 2006. You hear me? You hear me? Fried chicken. Fried chicken. You hear me? That remind me of fried chicken. You hear me? Everybody want a piece of that chicken. Well, you show them. Everybody chicken. It was always a problem on chicken night. Yes, on Friday chicken. You hear me? Y'all thought Miss P was called a racial stereotype, right? It was a brother, dog skinned brother playing a woman called Miss Peaches from Shreveport, Louisiana. You hear me? They said from Atlanta, Street 102. You hear me? I never forget. I told my friends about Miss Peaches back in 2006 at John. It is a mixed race dude. When his dad Mexican and white, Mexican Italian, right, and mom Puerto Rican and French Creole, Black French Creole. So everybody know he's part black. We already talked about Miss Pictures. So we were talking about his name was Lorenzo, right? Yeah, John Cole. See, black Mexican, black Creole, French Creole, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Italian. So we were talking about Miss Pictures. We are you're part of the African community. Nobody knows why. What is Miss Peaches? We talking about the stereotype Miss Peaches. So we brothers. Everybody know he's a brother. But he's a brother, right? Because everybody thinks he's just straight up light skinned Mexican, but no, he black Creole Mexican and Puerto Rican Italian. So we're talking about Miss Peaches. We're talking about Miss Peaches. So one time, I had to I couldn't wear, we can't wear do rag um in the courtyard, right, or caps. So I had to I went to unbraid my hair, and so my hair was poofed off, and my hair was like buckwheat. I'm not lying. Glad my hair braided. And people were supposed to expect, what the fuck? I would look like buckwheat. He comes in and say, yeah, call this bitch. The real say, yeah, because the peaches bite and still type, buckwheat. Yeah, I had my hair like buckwheat. I hated that too. They couldn't let you wear, and I ain't had no gel. I ain't had no hair. Other hair because I always had my hair braided, and I used to put, and so I had my hair out looking like buckwheat. I could have put some gel on, but I done that because I didn't want to slick it down. But anyway, it was looking like it was perfect. I said, everybody, whoever the red's on A, he crazy. He said, you hear me? I said, bro, here. Anyway, so going back to file that chick, y'all gonna file. I think they got Miss Peaches on YouTube. Y'all never forget. Oh, you hear me? Stereotype, fried chicken and had, the fried chicken, Joe, right? They said fried chicken, fried chicken. Yeah, we gonna fry that chicken, fry that chicken, fry that chicken. Mm. Everybody that chicken. And for person me being political, I criticized it, but I watched that video and people saying, "We see you laughing in the computer room." You're right. I read that computer. So going to job and staying there, I go to you're a college student. You can use a computer and use anytime you want to, right? So I use a computer, sure would, and I stay there for hours watching videos on YouTube, be on MySpace, YouTube. Yeah, damn right. Because we ain't had access in it like that. We had access in it, but we couldn't be on those programs at job because we had. So I go to the college computer and watch whatever I want to watch. You know what I'm saying? So I never forget. And one thing, when people are stupid, yeah, be watching porn. I never forget. So one of the people walk around there and they was expand show or watching porn. So you gotta leave. You can't be watching a. They're watching porn. I never get that too. They're watching porn and they caught them watching porn. They so funny. They was so stupid. Yeah, dumbass. But anyway, it was funny about that. Very funny. It was. It was very funny. Excuse me. I gotta eat. But fried chicken was the video. I never forget. Fried chicken. Fried. Y'all want to hear it? Fried chicken. Yeah, we gonna fry that chicken. So I get there, fry that chicken, put that spell master on there. You hear me? And everybody acting a fool. Everybody was acting that fool on Tuesday night. Fry that chicken. Now you hear me? Outside, fry that chicken. You hear me? Okay, so they acting fool with chicken night. So anyway, y'all just put two together. Y'all and I read the hood news say she yes she is. She crazy. Sharito crazy. I'm tired right now. I gotta take care of business. Talk to y'all later. Deuce.